Well,
So
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Well, number one, I don't. Just
you're
last
doing
week.
the same thing
Wait. Hold on.
Do
Just last week, y'all was talking about how y'all didn't like white men.
white men?
What's that?
Yes.
Oh no, don't
last week.
ask.
Because let's be very, very clear. I don't care either way. I think that people, and I hold the same standard for men as I hold for women. I don't care if they got a preference for dating outside. I think you should go where you appreciate it, and not where you tolerate it. So if you want to date a white guy, I'm gonna give you the same level of grace, or it don't matter who you date. I'm gonna give you the same level of grace that I give black men that say that they want to date white women, and they shouldn't be held accountable for that. They shouldn't catch L's or have people criticizing them for their preferences. Now, with that being said, right, the other side of this conversation is y'all last week was just talking about how y'all ain't feeling white men.
I don't think that's what you asked us. I think you asked us has a white man.
Y'all doing the 2 snaps and a snapback and all of this stuff, right? And celebrating her. But y'all was just talking about how y'all don't fuck with white men because y'all can't get with them. Because first of all, they're not masculine enough, and they only got money to offer, and all of this shit.
Lord have mercy, they ain't seen my man.
Okay.
I can't go by what you got going on. I'm going by what I heard them say last week. In mass, y'all said that y'all didn't fuck with white men.
I heard that. I saw that.
You asked us.
I did see that too, ladies. I did. I watched.
Marriage. That's what you asked us.
Yeah,
as a white
I watched it too.
We went through a whole exercise where y'all was saying, I dated a white man and I didn't like it. And the white man approached me and I didn't like it. They just ain't got it. They ain't got the
Only one panelist said that. The rest of us gave.
No, one panelist. No, and matter of fact, it was 2 panelists that deep dove. It was the one with the afro. Okay.
Yeah.
She did. And then the other one that was getting offended when I started holding her accountable. So there's 2 women that gave their experiences. All of y'all was on the same page.
Said
and y'all was talking about how y'all didn't really fuck with white men. That's just what y'all said.
Correct. And y'all agreed. Y'all were agreeing with the ladies that was saying it as they were saying on like, oh no, he wouldn't be able to tame me. And it's like, oh yeah, girl, that's right. That's right, girl. I know what you mean.
I think you're being misconstrued. And Kamaya, you kind of digital dig out a little bit. But I will say this. What we weren't agreeing with her because she was unable.
All right now, forehead.
She would.
Love. We don't want to talk about looks, love.
You don't want
to. Like, can you shut the fuck up?
I'm gonna do that. Let's keep it away. It's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it on.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Away from looks, ladies. Let's please, Kamaya, don't.
Hold on, y'all. Let's not make it personal. Let's keep it cute. I don't want y'all creating another stereotype.
I don't do that this evening.
Aggression is for men.
You see, I never talked about her looks though, so she came for me.
Okay, I'm saying
talked about her looks.
No, but listen. It's not valid on.
You won't start with the neck.
It's not valid on anybody's. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't control yourselves. Be like Dalen.
What? Reform?
I'm showing a lot of restraint right now, okay? But I didn't talk about homegirl looks. Good job, Jess.
What happened to the sisterhood?
We never bad about white men. We gave you reason why we weren't in a relationship with a white man. I mean, it's not like it's a punishment to white men for us to not be with you. You know, we have our preference, and it's not like we dated white men. So it's like all of us said that we have. So you can't say that, you know.
Y'all are, hold on. Take pink pill out of it.
Okay.
How many of y'all are open to dating white men?
I did for 4 years.
Wait, not pro-black Jess. Hold on.
Wait, that's not the right question, Anton.
Pro-black white man.
No. Who would marry a white man?
Well, I would assume that if they dating them, that
not in today's generation, because they can.
Okay, so let me revise the question. You know what I'm saying? I know that dating a lot of times just lead to y'all getting that mushroom tip, so that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So aside from pink pill, how many how many of y'all are open to marrying a white man?
Only
Jess, you would marry. Hold on, Jess, you.
Well,
I mean, it's funny the hands are going up. Like, Jess, you would marry a white man?
You, for some odd reason, you and Anton seem to think that I'm just power to the people.
No. Based on what
but
you
no,
said,
I would date outside of my race. Yeah, I would.
No, not date, marry.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, okay. Because what we've heard on here, like you always the DEI talk. I do think you're very, very, very pro black. I really thought you wouldn't.
Pro black. I now to an extent, but if we had to put it on the spectrum, I'm definitely not all the way on the end of the spectrum.
Oh, okay.
But I would say I'm kind of in the middle on some things. There's a lot of things that Anton said that I actually agree with. Some things I don't agree with.
So the only people that didn't raise their hand was Dalen, Carmaya, AC. Did you raise your hand?
No, I'm already married.
Okay, I got you. My bad.
Yeah.
But Jess, Danielle, Izzy, y'all all said y'all in there, right?
Yeah, I have dated a white guy. He was Irish and German from Boston, for 4 years, and I'm not gonna. I mean, I've already. I'm like half. My husband's black, right? So, and I could be like, it was a great relationship. Like we stayed good friends for like.
So wait. Your husband is cool with you talking about how great your relationship is?
We are very, very strong. But I'm saying, would I have in the past? Yes. But
you said y'all very, very what?
We're very, very open. I'm not about to set myself up.
Wait, hold on. Give me a second. What kind of relationship you in?
I'm married. And we just made 5 years on May 14th.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm saying y'all, what do you mean like y'all like?
We're honest with you. Well, we're very honest with one another. And he knows that I used to date a white guy, and he knows I'm not gonna do anything now, but I can speak on what I would have done. Like I have no qualms. Like I'm not one to say, oh no, I can only be with a black man, or I can't do that. So
do y'all have like a traditional relationship? You don't have to answer any of these questions if you want to.
Yeah, no. We have a very traditional. I'm a stay-at-home wife. I am in school. I'm pre-law, so and I'm literally going to school so I can help men in family courts, but that's a whole different subject. But very traditionally, he works. I'm hopefully about to have a daughter-in-law soon. But yeah, I'm a stay-at-home wife. We're very traditional. We believe in traditional gender roles. So
yeah, but what about traditional relationship? Like, I ain't talking about the gender roles as how y'all perform like different tasks. I'm talking about like y'all just
open and stuff like that. Yeah. No. It's just him and I. But as far as like with our communication, because in the beginning, not saying that I wasn't comfortable with being as honest as we are now. So I felt like because I had some bad habits that I had to, I guess, get retrained out of. So I would hold,
like
things
what?
in, like just like other. I can't say specifically, like just things.
You don't want to say. You don't have to answer anything you don't want to answer.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to put it like I'm not gonna, okay. For instance, I'm already open about that. My domestic violence relationship that I was in for the 6 years. I didn't tell him
that wasn't the white guy.
2 years later. No. I didn't tell him until like 2 years later because
2 years into marriage?
Far as me being no, until us dating. So I didn't tell him until then. It came up because of my reaction to something. I slapped him, right? And so it was a whole long time. I was embarrassed by it. So basically, I was embarrassed about it, right? So I'm saying
you slapped your husband?
as far as that.
You slapped your current husband?
Yeah, like this was when we were first dating, and I said, "Don't look at me like
But
that."
what did
So
hold on, wait. What did he do to you?
Oh, he was just like shocked. He just like, helped me. It happened out of nowhere. Did he? No, he didn't do anything.
Wait,
bad,
you just popped up, you just up and slapped him?
No. We were arguing. So when you come from a relationship like I did, right? I was always getting cheated on.
Hold on, give me a second. We can get to that part. So y'all was arguing and you slapped him with the open hand, right?
Not like not in the face or anything like that. I just like slapped him. But not in the face, like it hit like the chest.
Or where did your hand land?
On his shoulder and on his neck, I think. Like
so he probably
like it was just
he dodged it a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't like, but
you was aiming for his face though, right?
That's why he asked you that.
Yeah. So
I got you.
But and look,
so you was aiming for the face,
honestly,
but you hit the shoulder and the neck, and then he was just like, "Girl, why you do that?" Right?
Yeah, like like just he held me like that, but it honestly, I didn't
he still married you
or anything. It was a reaction. I'm sorry.
He still married you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my baby.
Do you think that you would have been able to get away? Do you think you would have been able to get away with that with another type of guy?
No, I don't think so. I mean, and then I'm talking about just I was in that abusive relationship. I was in that for 6 years, and there aren't a lot of women that survive that, right? So like,
what do you think should have happened to you for slapping him?
Should he have put his hands on me back? No, I don't believe that. Like if I was to do something,
whoa, if you hit a man and he hit your ass back, ma'am. I'm not
saying you don't believe in
your hands on the man.
You don't believe in reciprocation?
Do I believe in reciprocation?
Yeah.
Is that the question? Yeah.
Yeah, like if you hit me, do you expect for me to just be like, dang, that's crazy?
No.
What do you think I would do?
Especially like you probably like what I think you would do, or would just like
what do you think that I would do?
The way I got like held, like he grabbed me like, you gotta chill, because when it comes down to it, a woman putting her hands on a man is not right. There's no rightness in it at all, and a lot of women will hit you or throw something or even stab you, and then the minute that you do something back, it's falling on the floor, crying, and all the other shit. That's not right. You feel me? So like, if I were to do something like, let's say I took this lamp right here and I went upside his head, I would fully expect for him to retaliate.
No,
like,
let me tell you something. The reason why you did it is because you knew that you can get away with it. You wouldn't try that with people that you didn't feel like you can get away with.
I wasn't. This is the thing, though. I wasn't thinking about it. Like, it just happened. It was,
I know you wasn't thinking about it. I know you wasn't thinking about it.
But but it was a reaction. And if he did feel like he needed to, I can't be upset at that. Now, he did it in a proper way where he just like held me like, chill, like, to bring me back down to reality. Like, I'm a man, you're a female. You don't put your hands on me. I don't care how upset you are. And I respect that.
If he would have hit you back, would you have still been with him?
No,
that's crazy.
I did it for 6 years. But hold on, before the judgment comes, I did it I'm very, very passionate when I'm talking about domestic violence. And the big question women always get, and I even asked this question when I was watching Sally Jesse Raphael, and you got women that are coming on there, oh, he beats me, he does this. I'd be like, why don't you just leave? It's hard.
It's easier said than done.
Like, it's way easier because it's like, yes, does it hurt physically? Hell yeah. But mentally, that's where and it takes so much. Like, I almost lost my life like twice. So
if this was a man, that was telling this story, y'all would look at him way different.
I already do.
If I was up here and I was like,
would.
if this was a guy that was up here and it was like, you know what? I karate chopped him in the neck because I missed his face. Y'all would be like, y'all would look at him different, right?
No, that's not true.
And I was a man and
for me specifically, I'm a big proponent of never putting your hands on a man. And I can say proudly as a woman, I've never put my hands on any man that I've ever dealt with, because my thing is, if you put your hands on that man and he slap your ass back, I'm not saying that. I mean, ideally, you wouldn't want a man to hit a woman back, but if he did, sis, you earned that. You know what I mean? So I don't believe. Yeah. I never understood how women get so comfortable putting their hands on a grown ass man. If you can't converse or talk something out, or go to another room, take a deep breath, think about it. Like, what are you doing? You're a grown woman. Why do you feel a need to put your hands on a man? So I don't condone it. I would never look at a man sideways because a woman slapped him upside his head. Because women be biting and slapping and doing all kind of crazy stuff.
Anton
is not okay at all. I don't condone it. And I'll tell the woman that I don't condone it.
No, Anton's not saying that. If this was a guy on the panel and he said that shit, we would all be on his ass. Oh, you should be arrested. Oh,
exactly.
Put your ass
for more context.
I mean, there is a double standard.
What more context would you need, Dalen? She specifically just said they was an argument. She hit him first. I don't care if you.
Well, I didn't
care about no other context. She laid hands on the man.
The reason being is because, like the slap that she just mentioned, if you slap your man, no, I don't think that he should hit you back. Yes, you do get what you asked for. This is what I think. If you slapped him, the biggest punishment you're gonna get is not a punch to your face. You just rewarded this woman by punching her back or slapping her back. Because if she told the story and you told the story, who going to jail? Depending on where you live, maybe both of y'all are going to jail, but more than likely that man is going to jail. So my thing is, or slapped or anything like that with her bare hands, the best punishment is to leave and never return back. That'll have her going crazy more than you punching her back. In some cases, women think that's an act of endearment or an indication that you love her. But if we're talking about, like, let's say if Danielle hit him over the head with a skillet or something like that, then you got to beat her ass.